Hey everyone, welcome back to the vlog. This week we're doing a wine festival here in Leiden.
Yeah, there's a wine festival on Friday and Saturday right in front of the Pieterskerk, and beautiful backdrop, tons of wineries, lots of great food. We're actually here with our amazing neighbors who we'll introduce you to in just a minute, but we wanted to share 5 phrases in Dutch that we have found really helpful and we want to share with you.
These are some of the Dutch phrases that we learned in our class that we think if you're coming over here you should probably pick up and learn and be useful. We filmed those a little bit earlier today so that with all the noise and everything you'd be able to hear it really clearly, so definitely stay tuned for all those. I think all of them are going to be super useful, and we'll show you what our wine festival looks like.
And we're just scratching the surface on this, so please stay tuned because we'll have a little bit more in-depth vocab and yeah, a little later on.
So first things first, let's go check out this wine festival.
Let's do it.
Obviously, the first thing that you need to know is how to say hello. And so
it's not so different than English, the more formal way, I guess. Hello.
Hello, yeah. And then hoi.
Hoi is a little bit more informal.
Yeah. Of course, if you say hello, you have to also say goodbye. And the more or less formal way of saying that is
Doei.
Doei is a little bit of an energetic, like a doei, or a real quick doei, just a quick one just to say bye.
See you later is tot ziens.
So tot ziens is something you'll see a little bit more formal, a little bit more of a just like, hey, see you later, tot ziens.
I noticed that a little bit more like when we're in a shop and we're leaving, like the shopkeeper, whoever's working, will say that. So.
Or they'll say fijne dag.
Fijne dag.
Which means fine day, and just have a good day. Good
Yeah.
day. Yeah. One of the things that really became super useful for us as part of our classes and after our class is asking people if they can speak English and telling them that we don't speak very good Dutch.
Spreek u Engels?
Spreek u Engels, yeah, that's one that comes up a ton. Make sure to get the little T at the end of the sprekt, but spreek u Engels.
And that's do you speak English?
Yeah.
Which the majority of people we've encountered do. But it's polite to ask before you just start blabbering in English.
So the other side of that is to say that your Dutch isn't very good, which is ik spreek niet zo goed Nederlands.
I do not speak very good Dutch.
So say that, and you can add them together. Ik spreek niet zo goed Nederlands, spreek u Engels, and you'll get the point across, and try and switch the conversation over to English. First impressions, this place is really cool.
It's so beautiful.
There's a lot going on here, lots of activity, tons of people.
And lots of wine.
We're having some orange wine that we really love. And yeah, if you have a chance to check this out next year, I would definitely.
And it's right in front of the Pieterskerk, like we mentioned. So we will link our video from Thanksgiving because this area has kind of an interesting connection to America.
Yeah, the pilgrims were here, and we showed some cool things in our Thanksgiving video about the pilgrims.
It's packed. It's very misala.
Yeah, very masala. So this is your first time having orange wine. What do you think of orange wine?
It's pretty cool. It tastes a bit like lemonade, I think, but it's like really a little bit sour. I think it's very, very nice. And I actually didn't know that it existed. And the lady just told me that it's more of a white than a rosé. And they get the color because they put the shells of the grapes in it. So far, really impressed.
So Dick, this is your first time having orange wine. What do you think of the orange wine?
Yes, in Dutch we have a saying for this. I think we could go something, it's best goor.
Oh yeah? What's that mean?
Yeah, it's sort of like delicious, but a little bit different. No, that doesn't really taste like wine, sorry.
So the third thing you probably should know before traveling over to the Netherlands is how to say please and thank you.
Yeah, those words are things that you should add in just they drop off your drink, a thank you, or somebody's doing something, please. It's also you're welcome. So the first one, dank u, is thank you.
Or dank u wel. Or bedankt.
Bedankt. All of those can be used to say thank you in a quick little efficient way to be able to say thank you for doing the thing that you've done for me.
And dank u wel is more informal. Dank u wel is more formal.
Mm-hmm. And in the same way that dank u wel and dank u wel are formal and informal, for please and you're welcome, it's alstublieft.
Alstublieft, more formal.
And alsjeblieft, which is less formal.
Yes, and you may actually see that, like we've walked by buildings and you'll see the abbreviation AUB or AOB, or AUB,
yeah.
which stands for alstublieft. It's just the abbreviation for it.
Mm-hmm. One of the things you will have to do a lot here is ordering things or saying that you want something, whether you need a coffee or a bitterballen, you need to be able to say that. And the easiest way to say that I found is magik.
Magik.
Which means may I have. And so you can really just say, may I have a cappuccino? Magik in cappuccino.
So that was probably the easiest thing for us, was to start practicing with our coffee order.
Mm-hmm.
So magik en cappuccino met havermelk alstublieft.
Which that means, may I have a cappuccino with oat milk, please?
And there was one thing you wanted to touch on with the water.
In the same way that in the US tissues are called Kleenex by most people, here if you want a water, you would actually, most places you would say Spa Ruud for sparkling water. Spa is a brand, and the red one, which is Ruud, is the sparkling version.
Brusant.
And the blue one is the Blau version. And which is still. So you could say Magik en Spa Ruud if you wanted a sparkling water, or Magik en Spa Blau if you wanted a still water. And we actually use that a lot here because I like still water and she likes sparkling water.
Can never get on the same page.
So these two people you've seen in our video so far, these are actually our neighbors. They live next to us.
They're amazing.
They're pretty amazing.
So hi, my name is Tessa, and this is Nick, and we live next door to Travis and Tracey, which is awesome.
Horrible.
Awesome. Because we have a lot of free food all the time. We live there with our cat, Rosie, and our two Australian shepherds, Lupa and QB. And so QB really likes Tabasco, and Lupa is a little bit too old for that, and Rosie just goes with the flow. So, hi, here we are, and thank you for following Travis and Tracey, because they're super awesome, and they bring us very, very, very good food. So keep following them.
Tracey makes the best chocolate chip cookies ever.
Yes, she does.
The final thing you may want to learn is how to ask where something is, and that's also incredibly simple. Waar is
whatever it is. Yeah.
So some things you may need to know where to go. Waar is het train station?
Where's the train station?
Pretty simple. Add an alstublieft at the end of that. Waar is het hotel? Whatever your hotel name is. And waar is het museum?
And they're usually going to tell you that it's either links or rechts, which means it's either left or right. Those are pretty easy to remember. And
or they're who you're struggling your Dutch, and they'll switch over to English.
Which is why it's good to know, to be able to say, "Spreek du Engels."
And this is something I wish we would have done prior to us coming to Amsterdam the first time in 2019. I wish we had learned a little bit more. But I'm grateful we have that opportunity now, and we want to pass that information along to you.
And we're going to try and do a video later for all the things we learned in our first Dutch class. So stay tuned for that. And
this is just the scratching the surface.
And just like that, we're back at the house.
Yeah, it was a late night for us.
It's definitely much later than we're used to being out. It didn't close till midnight, and it's almost 1 in the morning here now.
Yeah, but we had a really nice time.
It was fun hanging out with our neighbors.
I mean, how gorgeous is it to just like hang out in front of this amazing church, drinking amazing wine? I mean, it was definitely one of those pinch me, I can't believe we live here moments.
Yeah. Hopefully you learned some Dutch. Hopefully you learned some things that would be really cool to use when you come here to the Netherlands, if you ever decide to come.
So for our Dutch viewers, we would love to hear what else you feel like first-time visitors to the Netherlands need to know.
Yeah, Dutch phrases, places to go, things like that.
Tabasco, Greece.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for watching. We would love to hear your thoughts on our pronunciation and such.
So with that, we'll see you next time, and thank you all.
Stay tuned. We've got some really fun videos coming up the next couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye.